cool. First sign of someone's been in here. And second sign is it doesn't appear to be any coolant in the reservoir. All right, let me see what the third sign. Right, do I have coolant? Oh, look at all that water, guys. Yes, y'all see that? It's a puddle down there. Yes, my oil filter adapter housing. Let me see if I can get this out. My oil filter adapter housing is leaking. Oh my goodness. Ooh, thermostat look like it's quite a few. Well, look like the water pump starting to, but this puddle, that is a puddle down there, guys. So if I put pressure test on there using air pressure tester like my buddy did in this video, that will really reveal the source of that leak. All right, so now I'm still gonna let it up in the air and look at the underbody, because you should always look at the underbody, guys. The underbody will tell you, at least try to help put you in the right area. Now let me grab this pulley. Y'all see what I'm doing? I'm merely grabbing this water pump pulley. It's not really loose on the shaft, but there's signs of it's leaking also. So this whole cooling system has been, look at this coolant residue right here. So I don't know how coolant from down there can get up here. So we obviously got coolant in this area. Water pump could be slinging as the engine rotating, could be slinging coolant everywhere. So guys, I'm gonna basically, well, this after I take my last visual inspection under the bottom. So matter of fact, let's do that before we start speculating, because who knows what you may find under the bottom. But I do know this will actually cause your problem, your overheating problem. This car is in for overheating. Look like from the appearance of this radiator cap, somebody been adding fluid. So it's either leaking out very quickly. So I'll tell you what, guys, let's get this thing up in the air and see what else we might find. All right, stay tuned. Alrighty, guys, I now have it up in the air. Got the cover off. Looking for any signs of coolant leak. Normally we would see it like liquid all right in this area. Oh, that's water, but not so on this one, guys. So that's from the road, I want to assume. Oh no, this is pinkish. It look like, yes, it look like coolant, guys. You know what? Oh, it's making its way back here, guys. Yeah, that's coolant. So I do, in essence, have a coolant leak. Now, one thing you can look for, guys, is the oil filter adapter housing. Yes, coolant travels through the oil filter adapter housing. It is basically a oil cooler, so you will have coolant running through it. There's a coolant line going to it and everything. This is a 8-speed rear-wheel drive transmission, ZF version, but I have to concentrate on this leak because this car is in for overheating. I can see coolant residue all. Is this coolant residue? All over this area. So it's something in the front. Now I'm gonna let it. Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna let it down, guys. Y'all know what it's time for? That's look like a coolant drop. It is time for a compression test. Okay, I see coolant. Oh, it's time for a compression test. Now, which compression tester best suited for this? So I have a pumped style free pressure tester. Guys, the goal is the same, to put pressure on the coolant system in order to force, you basically forcing pressure on it to see if wherever the weakest link is in the coolant system, that should reveal your source of the leaks. Alright, so I'm gonna pressurize this system. Let me let it back down and pressurize it. Might have to put some in it first, because we gotta find this coolant leak. Now the complaint is overheating. Okay, so you're overheating simply because you're low on coolant. Coolant system has to be sufficiently full and free of air to work properly. All right, guys, keep that in mind. All right, we're gonna let it back down and see where we're we're gonna pressurize the cooling system. All right, let's get it. All right, guys, we've got the car back down. Now, what I'm doing now, I'm just gonna add some water to it, just to fill the, or get rid of some of the space in the system, because it's hard to pressurize a system when it's empty. You got to put some form of liquid in it to create that space. So when you push, or you compress, or you pressurize the system, you're basically pushing this liquid throughout the system, which will help find your leak. Now, I can't find my buddies. I'm gonna do a review on that air pressure test, but for now, using the typical old-fashioned way. Everybody should have one of these. All right, the air pressure test is basically an upgrade to me. So let's see. Oh man, I hear something. Oh guys. Uh-oh, it's hitting the floor too. Oh, yep. That's that oil filter adapter housing for sure. So just by pressure testing that little bit that I did, I didn't even use 2 hands. So yes, this thing is leaking real bad. All right, guys, that's what I needed to see. Now, could that be causing the coolant to work its way up front? Because remember, guys, there's an appearance of a coolant leak up front. All right, so based on this appearance, guys, like I said, I don't think any coolant gonna come out of there and end up on here. So this thermostat actually having a problem itself. Same goes for the water pump. You just got to be careful, guys. Sure, you want to save the customer money, but you also want to protect yourself also. All right, if that stuff is leaking, the last thing you want is for it to leave and then come back leaking in that area, because the customer's never going to side with you as far as, well, you didn't see that in the beginning. I already paid such and such. So, guys, you got to CYA. It's just the nature of the beast, guys. Yes, I mean, a lot of us have a heart and like, I want to charge for this if they don't need it, and that's not the problem. But if it appears to be, like, I can visually see it's leaking from here, but I also see where it's been. There's some residual right here, so I have no choice. All right, guys, I'm gonna write this estimate up, and based by it, we'll get back to it. We'll get to work, and I'll show you exactly what's going on. All right, for now, stay tuned. I'll be right back.